Hello and welcome to Infamous, the audio podcast. This is Brandon, or Mutilus on Discord.
This is Aaron, I go by Truffinwood on Discord.
This is Josh, go by Grummelzog on Discord.
Welcome back to today's riveting episode of Infamous. Something we haven't done in a while because we've had cons and other stuff going on. Media segment. You guys been watching anything fun lately? Any new video games?
I am finally in a spot where I can start doing my year of hack and slashes, and I'm quite enjoying God of War. So right now we're just kind of doing the whole run around and collect all the little tidbits. Trying to level my character, because admittedly I am quite trash, and I cannot beat some of the harder bosses. So we're just going to do a little gear and power leveling to give myself a better chance. And
Cool.
I have 4 episodes left in Fallout Season 2, which is exciting. So humming along.
Are you liking it so far?
Oh yeah, I love it. I had to watch Season 1 again because I'm catching my girlfriend up on it, and she likes it too. The only downside is, not a downside, but I have to pause and explain background Fallout lore every so often. Because she's like, why are they doing that? I'm like, okay, well, this is this, and this, and this.
Yeah. So I played like maybe 10 minutes of Fallout Lifetime when I watched the show, and I very much enjoyed it. So I don't think it's required, but it is nice to know what you're missing, because there's a lot of stuff built into the show.
Well, and they've done a lot of good bits about, like, if you're a fan of the Fallout series, they do a lot of call-outs, a lot of little things that are going on. So
cool. Any new shows?
No, just Fallout.
Okay.
So, I will have some time coming up. The roommates are taking a trip, so I'm trying to decide what show to watch while they're gone. It'll probably be Free Run, because I did enjoy that. Kind of been
Free Run
good.
is really good, but it is very slow.
Yes.
So you just got to be ready for that.
And I've been debating, it's been enough time, I think I might be able to finish Vinland Saga Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really liked Season 1, and then Season 2 came along, and it was an entirely different show, which is the point, but
I don't like it when shows do that.
I got bored. I watched it for the Blood and Skulls, and it became not Blood and Skulls, and I was like, I don't give a shit anymore. But, so, other than that, just chilling.
Cool. All right, Aaron, have you been watching anything new?
No.
No?
I have been playing a considerable amount of Monster Train 2.
I was going to say, I see you on it all the time.
I wonder, so what do you think my 2-week play time in Monster Train 2 is, when I said a considerable amount?
Has it only been out for 2 weeks?
No, it's been out for a year.
Okay.
Year and a
But
half.
just for the last 2 weeks, you've recorded it?
No, it's on Steam. You can go on Steam and check your...
Oh, I didn't know you could check by 2 week periods.
I think it is.
In the last 2 weeks, I bet you've played 75 hours Monster Train 2.
150.
That's a lot.
I
like,
put...
maybe if you left the game idle, and that counts, but...
There's no idling. I gotta figure out how to do this now.
I think I did 150 hours when Dwarf Fortress dropped on Steam. Now, to be fair, I was working from home, and I had a job.
You have it on while you're working, yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's a sim game, so you can just kind of run it, pause it, do some things, pause it. So that's less impressive, but yeah, I have too many hours, and they keep updating, drawing me back, and I love it. So,
last 2 weeks is 61.4 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good. Those are rookie numbers, so
I guess.
I mean, they are. They're not like, staring at a screen to where my eyes start bleeding. I have to get glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep a bucket nearby so you don't have to leave very far,
Mm-hmm.
I saw like a fake infomercial about the piss bed. It's a bed that's got like a removable like cylinder in the middle of it, and you just piss into a tank in the bottom of the bed. It just holds like 40 gallons of piss. He's like, yeah, and you only have to spray this aerosol to kill the piss smell every 10 minutes, or else it'll smell like piss. This is the best product I've ever seen.
That's funny.
It's like the hole's just in the middle of the bed, so you just roll over and pee, and then you roll back over. Like, so stupid. So I've decided to rewatch The Boys before watching the final season.
Nice. That's the next one after we finish Fallout. and I watch a season of Survivor. The girlfriend wants to watch The Boys, because I've only saw till season 2, so I'm a little bit behind.
Okay.
But I feel like it's a good enough show I don't mind a rewatch.
Agreed. That's where I'm at. I very much enjoyed my rewatch. The first time through, the season finale of season 3 was the only episode I was like, what? Like, and so no spoilers because you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I just did not like the way season 3 plays out. It felt very, we're forcing this situation to happen and just reverse engineering that backwards. It's like, so how do we get to this? And then they just write a throwaway reason how they get there.
If you're willing to spoil for the general audience, tell me, because a brain tingle just told me Stormfront.
You have seen it?
Stormfront is season 2, right? The Nazi superhero.
Yes.
And I have seen the season after that, the full season.
That's season 3.
Yeah. So I have seen season 3. So I only need to watch 4, and this is 5, right?
And then 5 is starting to come out now, I believe.
Cool.
But yeah, I just started season 4. No, I liked the whole show. There's just that one episode, and I like a lot of parts of the episode. I just don't like the justification for the way the show ends. I think the way it ends is fine. Like, it's an interesting place to leave it. But I just don't like... It just feels like you would never make this decision. I don't believe why. I don't believe the motivation of the characters in this moment. Like, it just seems bullshit. Like, it's like, we just wanted to get here, and we couldn't think of a better way to get there. And I don't like that in storytelling. It's usually used on bad shows to make bad shit happen. And in this example, it is bad decision making to make something interesting happen. So it's a little forgivable, but I just didn't like the decision process.
I know it's based off a comic, so I don't know how much.
It's kind of like Walking Dead can be sometimes, where it's like, there's no way these characters would be making these choices. Like, there's just no fucking way.
You're triggering me. Walking Dead is a trigger.
It's not, and that's my point. Like, that's an example of a bad show doing it for a bad reason, because they don't even get to an interesting place. They just get to a stupid place. But yeah, so I've been rewatching The Boys. What did I just watch? I just finished rewatching something. I rewatched all of House of Cards because I had not seen season 6, which is
I want to, and I just I can't.
Post Spacey.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to. You've seen the first 5 seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the first 3, and then after that was about when I started dropping off, and then all this stuff came out, and I was just like, I don't think so.
Okay, so you haven't seen the whole show. You've only seen a few seasons.
I saw until he became Presidente. Yeah.
That's not season 5.
What? Yeah. That's like season 3.
3, he's trying to become president, I think.
Yeah.
Or get elected president.
I think it ends with him gamifying his way to president.
Yeah. So, again, I don't think you know what season you're on.
Okay.
Regardless, I would say that I really like a lot of the show. It kind of loses its way a little bit in the middle because it has the success problem of there's so many episodes out that kind of like didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was excited when Kevin Spacey leaves the show and it's more about Claire, because I really like her as an actress. And I thought the character they made for her was really cool. But I think they kind of squandered the opportunity a little bit in season 6, and they didn't really do enough with it to justify making the season. Like, it's fine. There's some interesting stuff that goes on, but you could have done it in like 3 episodes, and they did it in like 10. I was just like, meh, it's okay. I don't think it was worth watching.
I assume it's one of those things where they're just trying to keep eyes on a screen, and it's got a name, so they just kept doing it. And then they're like,
like there's money grabbing. Like, we just did it because it would make money and it didn't matter. But it's a subscription service, so like, does it make money? Like, is it a big draw? I don't think people were re-upping for season 6 of House of Cards, but I could be wrong. The thing for me is, it's like Arrested Development. Like, when you do the 5th season of Arrested Development, or whichever, the final season of it, there has to be a reason to do it other than
money.
Like, we can. Like, there had to be, like, we wanted to do something we weren't able to do during the show's actual lifespan. And I just didn't feel like they had that. I think there was, for season 6 of House of Cards was supposed to be Frank versus Claire. And obviously, with Kevin Spacey being out of the show for obvious reasons, that wasn't possible. So they like shoehorn in somebody else to be the antagonist. But then they because there's no relationship between them, they don't know how to play them off of each other. And so it's just kind of a lot of catfighting back and forth until the climactic part of the show starts happening, which is like episode 8. It was like, again, you could have just done this in 3 episodes, not 10. And so it just felt weird. I think I kind of like where they wrap it up, but you could have cut a lot of season 6 out.
Did it get a definitive ending?
Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah, they definitely wanted the show to end at that point. But that's kind of like is it better than where season 5 ended the show? No, it's probably similar. So it was just weird to put all that effort and money and writing and bringing everybody back to do a 6th season. It's like it just didn't seem worth it.
That's Netflix in a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean it was fine. I'm not mad I watched it. I'm glad I watched House of Cards again, and then I wasn't mad that I watched season 6. It was a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping it would be better, but it wasn't.
If you never have hope, you're never disappointed, Brandon.
Yeah. Like I'd say Claire is supposed to carry the show, and I think in the first 5 seasons, her character's strong enough to do that. But in season 6 is the only season in which her character isn't really strong. And it's like.
It's like, that's the one we need you to do the thing.
Maybe it was the writer left or something. I haven't looked into it. Like, I don't know if there was some continuity issues they had with, obviously Spacey's gone, and that was the lead. But anyway, moving on to the video game front, I played Space Marine 2 finally. I bought it 2 months ago. And I finally played it. Not a huge fan. It's fine. I have not really played any of those other combat systems a lot. The last one I played was, I want to say, Arkham City, and that was 10, 12 years ago, and it's still pretty different than that. But it's the only game like that I've played.
Yeah.
And so I don't have the rhythm down, and the key mapping for the keyboard, because I'm playing on a computer, is really weird. The block is C, which is way out of the WSAD range.
Yes.
And then to do the evade is, I want to say, it's Q or something. So it's just very, unintuitive to do the combat. And if you miss any of the timing stuff, you just get fucked up. So it's this is actually difficult. The ranged attacks in the game are extremely satisfying, though. I love just shooting bolters at guys. It's very fun. And so that kept me playing for a while. I'll come back to it. It's just I'm not in a rush to go back.
Well, I guess you play at a time I don't play. But I played it a bunch when it came out, and then I was like, it's fine. Because I loved the first one for PvP. I played so much PvP. And took a break, came back because my little brother loves it and wanted to start playing it. And him and I generally have some extraction shooter game we're playing together. So it was Helldivers for a long time. We did Darktide. We did Vermintide. And so this is the one I was like, okay, I'll give it another try. And I found out they had released a special Night Lords skin if you play enough PvP. And so I was like, we're fucking doing that. And I played it and played it and played it. And I have come to like it a lot more. Because now him and I will hop on every 3 nights or something and run a couple missions. And now that I understand the game, I enjoy it a lot more. Now that I still don't know if I like the combat, because it's super weird to me that my fucking 2-ton heavily armored mutant guy is quick dodging side to side. That doesn't super feel Space Marine-y. But I like it. So, if you're ever on when we're on, we need a third. We don't have a third person to play with.
Well, in the lore, Space Marines are, terrifyingly fast.
Yeah.
So I think that tracks. There's a psychological condition. Yeah, sorry, I can't talk today. Psychological condition in the universe that happens to humans that see Space Marines in combat. It's basically the combination of size and speed and ferocity that they move at when in combat basically just causes people to go into just terror holes basically, and their minds go just shatter, and they just like babble to themselves because they lose their minds. But yeah, if I'm on when you guys are on, but I find that unlikely. I would love to play with other people. Because I think one of the issues is like you're leading a squad in the video game, but you're always up front because the squad doesn't do anything unless they're following you. So I can't play the ranged guy. I have to be the melee guy, and I don't want to be the melee guy. I want to shoot people.
And when we're doing the missions, it is really nice because we can kind of talk and plan beforehand what we're going to play, what perks we're going to play, and that helps a ton because we're not like working against each other. We know what we're trying to do. So
cool.
I enjoy it. It'll be my little hop on game for a while. So, and I did eventually get my Night Lord skin, but fuck dude, it took me like 12 hours. Because it was get 10 kills in 10 games in multiplayer. Mm-hmm. And multiplayers only go to like 30 kills or something like that. Like it's not a high number, so I had to be on my shit in order to get it.
Cool. Very congrats.
But it looks so rad. It looks so cool.
I was gonna say, I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
Have you considered getting a good skin instead of a Night Lord's one?
I did, but it was attached to someone else, and they wouldn't let me have it. So
okay.
The other ones, the Night Lords are just my favorite Trader Legion, and I find like Black Legion super generic. I don't like any of the God flavored ones. Iron Warriors is the only other one I'm gonna work towards, but they are the heavy skin, and I was waiting until my multiplayer level hit a certain point. And it's busted. It's such a busted gun. It's like the plasma incinerator or something. And you can 2-tap people. But you don't get it to like level 25 in your PvP level. So I have to wait until I get that. And then it's a game plan. So
I remember I played a little bit of the Space Hulk game, Deathwing Space Hulk.
Yeah.
And the busted gun in that was the Spear of Caliban. It's a rapid-fire plasma cannon.
Glorious.
It's completely nuts. It's like so much better than every other gun in the game. The only other gun that's even remotely comparable is the Heavy Flamer, which somehow runs out of ammo faster than the plasma cannon.
I'm trying to think. I don't think they have a Heavy Flamer in PvE, but I don't know if there's one in PvP.
Yeah, probably not. It would make a lot of sense to fight Space Marines with that. Cool. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our media segment. I guess next up, unless anybody has anything specific, we can talk about the upcoming games that we're going to be playing.
Games? What kind of games, Brandon?
What kinds of games? We are starting a Blood Bowl League for the podcast. We have the IIBBL starting up. Infamous Invitational Blood Bowl League.
Nice. Are we getting shirts?
No. I am making prizes though, so
okay.
We'll have prizes for a few different things.
I figured we were going to talk about it on the podcast, but I'm glad you're doing prizes because I had an idea I was going to pitch you at the store. Of I don't do fantasy football like the real life fantasy football.
Yeah,
but I know a couple people like Zach's in leagues, and they have like the traveling trophies.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be cool.
You're like, that would be sweet.
That'd be cool to like be like, every year or every 6 months when we do a league, just be like, yeah, there's a traveling trophy and you get to hold it until next time.
So the prizes I was gonna do is we're gonna have an overall league champion, which I was gonna have that be like a traveling trophy.
Okay.
And we can do this again sometime. The next one is most touchdowns scored in the league. The one after that is most casualties. And then there is most completed passes. MVP, which would be the person with the most star player points at the end of the league, or the most with an individual player. And then, Aaron, is the wooden spoon go to the best team or the worst team for stunties?
It's the
best
worst
stuntie,
team,
right?
period.
Worst team period gets the wooden spoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can choose not to be a putz and
You can
don't
just
give
put my
people
name
think
on it
prize
already.
for
I
sucking.
think instead we'll just say best stunty team gets that. Because
Well, you can't call it the wooden spoon then, because that's a known thing.
I'll call it the golden spoon.
That's okay. I'll give you that. Actually, the worst team gets golden shower,
I don't know if
Yeah,
I
Josh,
want that.
that's what you get.
and I want it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I please have the golden shower of the podcast?
Aaron, I find it unlikely that you're going to finish last in the league, but
Challenge accepted.
I will say I think we're going to have a very high percentage of stunty teams. Because we have 4 of our 8 teams are stunty.
That is a high percentage.
So we're basically, there's almost like we're in 2 categories, because one team is playing for the golden spoon, one team is playing for the league championship. I think stunties are going to take it. I think stunty team's going to win.
Gonna win the league championship?
Yeah.
Okay. Despite the
You
fact that
think
I'm
no?
playing one, they won't.
They won't?
No.
Have you ever seen a stunty team win league championship?
Yes.
What was it, Snots?
Whichever one I'm playing.
The Goblins?
I've won it with halflings and goblins.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm playing dwarfs.
Dwarfs?
Dwarfs.
I think I had you down for orcs, so let me change that.
Yes. I hate to say
Nope, I had
it
right.
still might be orcs, but I'll decide tomorrow, basically.
So we've got goblins, snotlings, halflings, and gnomes. That only leaves ogres?
Yep.
Is the only other stunty team?
Are Chaos Dwarves not a stunty team?
No.
Oh, really?
They're the opposite of a stunty team. According to Aaron, the definition of a stunty team is no strength 3 or 4 players available to your team.
Oh, because they have the hobgoblins.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, but also the Chaos Dwarves are strength 3, and I think the Bull Centaurs are strength 4. Almost their entire team falls within the non-stunty.
Everyone but the Minotaur, yes.
Yeah. And there's no Minotaurs on a stunty team, to my knowledge.
Well, they get the Minotaur and the Bull Centaurs, right?
Centaurs
Can't
are
have
strength.
both?
Yeah. Yeah, you can take them both.
Oh, rad.
Aaron's just saying that the only one that would qualify as a stunty team member would be the Minotaur, because he's not strength 3 or 4. All other 15 players on the team would be non-stunties.
Oh, gotcha.
Because stunty is either strength 2 or strength 1 or 2 or 5. 3 and 4 is what makes you a non-stunty team. But I think that's kind of an old rule. I don't know that's really a thing anymore. It's more just like these are the stunty teams. And it's usually that
totally
the majority of your team. Yeah. It's that your team has the stunty rule, or it doesn't.
People will try to. So there's a thing in the past where if you took Lizardmen with no Saurus, that would count as a stunty team. And really, all it matters for is for like bragging rights at tournaments, or if tournaments have a special prize for the best stunty team. So
Playing a stunty team is basically handicapping yourself because they're bad.
Yes.
It even says in the rulebook these teams are designed to be challenging to play. But they're meant to be silly, and so they have a lot of weird, goofy stuff that you get to do instead of playing competitively. They're basically like old school Sentinels, is what stunty teams are. It's like, would you like to play with just dumb shit? Like,
Thanos carry?
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was going to play until you messaged me. You're like, this is the most stupid player in the world. I can't say why anyone would ever take him. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I will take this player.
Well, you're going to take the star player version, though, and that's actually good.
No, I'm going to take
the
rostered one. Let's score 18 times with him.
That seems high, but we'll see.
Okay.
That's only because you're choosing not to score with your Doom Diver, which is the actual smart play. It'd be great. The game before the championships, you'll go to throw your Doom Diver and your troll will just eat him. And he'll die. You're like, great, I lose the championship because my Doom Diver is dead.
That would be bad.
Okay, so I definitely know what I'm playing. I had a question for Aaron, and I'm sure Aaron will tell me exactly what I already knew. So I'm playing Norse. My current team is, I'm taking all of the positionals except for the Yeti. I'm going no Yeti to start, which I think is the normal way to go. The question is, do you go 12 players with an apothecary or 13 players without an apothecary? I think the answer is you do yes apothecary, because it's the same price.
I typically go no APO on my initial build, and he's the first thing I buy.
Yeah. Given that it's exact same cost as the lineman, if one of the Valkyries were to die in the first game, I would be pissed because I could have just had the APO instead of an extra lineman. And so that's just the logic I was using.
Yeah.
So did I hear kill one of your Valkyries in the first game?
Well, killing them is not the same as hurting them. You can try and hurt them, but killing them
is
luck of the roll. Yeah. Yeah, so to kill them, you have to cause an armor roll, which is knock them down, and then you break armor, and you roll again. You have to roll 2d6 to a 10, and then you roll a d16. And if the 16 is a 15 or a 16, then they actually die. And then if you have an apothecary, you can re-roll the d16. So it's pretty hard. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Okay, so I drew up my list.
For dwarves or for orcs?
For dwarves.
Oh, okay.
It is 6 linemen, 1 runner, 2 blitzers, 2 troll slayers, a reroll, and then I only had enough for an apothecary left.
1 reroll, you said?
Yeah, because I would have.
Okay.
I had 110,000, so I couldn't do 2 rerolls.
I would drop something to get at least 2 rerolls, if not 3.
Okay.
But I know dwarves are a little bit more
Do
reliable.
I need a runner?
I would probably take 1 runner. You probably don't need a second slayer, it would be my guess. Like a frenzy piece without... Like, do they have block? I can't even remember.
No. Yes.
They do have block. So, like, it's a good piece, but you can just buy him later, as where the reroll doubles in price as soon as you start your game.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, rerolls double in price after the start of the league. So you should buy a large number of them comparatively, because they're going to be twice as expensive later. And so for dwarves, let me hit create. They're 60k each, so they're 120k after the league starts. Versus the one dude's only 95, so you just buy him after the first or second game or whatever it is.
So I have what's known as a problem.
Ooh. What's your problem? You have too much money? I have nowhere to put all of my trophies.
No, well, first of all, the builder's weird, and it costs you 5,000 for a fan that should. Oh no,
dedicated fans.
Builder's fine. Okay, so I built like the bare bones for a goblin starting team, and I checked my treasury, and I'm at 1,005,000.
Yeah,
that's
you
not
should
okay.
unbuy that fan you were talking about.
So the problem with this is I need to be 150k under, because I need to start with 3 bribes for every game.
Yeah. So you need to cut the pogoer. Yeah, you need to cut the pogoer.
Cutting the pogoer.
He's twice as expensive as he should be. He's so expensive.
How is a goblin team 1 million? They're a bunch of 40k guys. I don't understand it.
Here, I'll look at my team.
I mean, clearly I went with 1 of every positional. Because we're here to have fun.
I think you can cut the bomber because you're probably going to be using throw teammate instead.
Once again, we are here to have fun. We're playing bombs. Bombs, chainsaws, fanatics, pogo. Yeah, all of them.
Would you consider a bias ref instead of 2 of the bribes?
Not until I have more cash to spend.
Well,
the bribes are for my secret weapons to stay around.
Right, but can't you argue the call on secret weapons?
Sure, on a 6.
Well, but if you buy a bias ref, it's on a 5, and you can still bribe afterwards.
Sure.
So if you just think about, I have 3 secret weapon players. 80? Yeah, it's 80 instead of 100. So if you drop 2 bribes for 1 bias ref, it saves you 20k, and you have a 5 up to save each guy individually. But you could also use the bias ref.
Bribe. So at that point, I'm at 80 plus 50, so I need 130.
Yeah, and so you also get to do all your fouling if you're fouling with goblins as well. And so you can wash a lot of checks through that 5+, was the logic train I was using.
I mean, I have used a bias ref on goblin teams before. I would love one. I could be talked into going for 130 instead of 150.
And then you cut the pogoer, and then you're down to... I almost got him. You do seem to be spending a lot. Let's see. So I took... Oh, this is not a league start. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm still only at 970. How many players did you take?
14.
That's what I have.
14 players,
3
3
rerolls?
rerolls. Yep.
We have like the same team, except I didn't take the poker, so my team works.
Yep. So if I go to 13 players, nope.
Dude, I don't care. 75,000 gold for a fucking goblin is too much. It's just too much. Just start. Like, you could buy him later.
Okay, we've got the starting team. 12 players, 2
Just
rerolls, go!
Oh, you just cut 2 linemen.
Cut 2 linemen in a reroll, yeah.
That's why they made Journeyman. I actually thought about, because in every league I've ever seen, people just abuse Journeyman. Do Journeyman only work for like a certain duration? Like after so many games, you don't get Journeyman anymore?
No, you still get them. If you don't have 11 players, you'll get Journeyman up to 11 every game.
That just seems lame that you can just not replace your dead lineman and save team value.
You don't. They get added to your team before your team value is calculated.
Well, but you don't have to buy them.
Sure.
Like they'll come out of your treasury.
Well, what are you doing? Just not spending your treasury? So something that needs to be addressed, and this is a big issue, is if people are. I haven't played obviously exhibition or leagues in the new edition. Like it was called like scumming, when they would specifically, because there's an order in which the teams get to spend their treasury on inducements.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of 0 treasury get spent on inducements, because otherwise the first person goes and they spend none, second person goes and they spend like $500,000 and they buy all kinds of shit for the playoffs.
And you don't get a chance to buy again.
Yep.
Yeah. No, if somebody buys, I'm going to say that you get a chance to. Either you're inducing your opponent, or they get a chance to spend their treasury after you spend yours. It's like a double pass situation.
Yeah.
If one person spends, the other one gets a chance to reply.
Sure. I think that's
Or else,
where leagues can turn stupid, right?
Yeah.
Someone's
And they
going to
had to
save
add
up all of their money for the playoff and then buy like a wizard and 3-star players. Like, well, okay, great. This is the inducements are there not for you to save money to buy. They're there to even out the teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and they added the expensive mistake thing into the core rules,
Yep.
and so if you bank over 100K, you can start losing it.
So a house rule I've seen is make it 150.
Yeah, I think
people can actually save up to buy their big guy and not get punished for it.
Exactly. I think if you can't afford something on your team still, I'm not going to say you lose money. Like if you end at 110 and your reroll costs 120,
Yep.
and you lose 30,000 gold at the end of the game because you had 110, like that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's why I said just make it 150, and that way there's nothing that costs more than 150, and just it's good.
That's not true.
What costs more than 150?
The blood spawn costs like 180.
Oh, does he?
Does he? I'm pretty sure he does.
I think
160.
Right. Okay.
160 base. But yeah, I think as long as you are working towards buying something, we just waive that.
Yeah, you can say as long as your gold is less than the highest cost to buy something on your team. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of the rule.
Mm-hmm. And also, aren't there some teams that have like 80k rerolls? And so
Nope,
it's like 160.
70 is the most.
70 is the most? Okay.
Most of them
Still
went to
a lot.
60. I'm not sure if anyone's still 70, but
Oh, I know there's some 70.
oh yeah, I think OWA is still 70.
Yeah, that's probably good. Oh yeah, here we go. Also, Chaos Renegades is 70 as well.
Yeah, the 2 teams that are both made up of other stuff.
Yeah. What about Underworlds? I wonder if Underworlds are the same.
Yep, they're also 70.
Yeah, all the Alliance teams are 70. Is Underworlds considered in the same group as Old World and Chaos Renegades? Because I always mentally assume they're the same. Because they're like a mash of 2 different teams.
Yep. Or 3, really, with the Goblins, Snotlings, and Skaven.
Yeah. Because for Old World, I always assumed Old World got 1 elf player, but I was very wrong. They only have dwarves and humans.
And halflings.
And halflings.
Yep.
Oh, but they get the Tree Man.
We have to decide what we're taking for Amoracle, which is the U.S. team, or the North American Team Championship. By May 1st is when rosters are due. So Perrin and I were testing teams last night. I tried OWA and he tried Skaven. They both have incredibly good one-turn touchdown possibilities, and so I think those are very strong tournament teams.
What's this? Oh, Skaven, because you can buy stats?
No. So you give the Red Ogre Juggernaut, which turns both downs into pushes, which means there's a 50% chance to roll a push, and then he on each die, right? So you're talking about 75% chance on 2 dice. He gets Frenzy, and so he's able to effectuate 2 blocks instead of 1. So there's 1 less block that you need in order to start the chain pushing of guys around the front of a defense in order to chain push your gutter runner 2 squares. He then runs 9, goes for it twice. And he's going to take Glart on his team, and Glart has a skill called Grab, which just completely invalidates defending a 1-turn touchdown. Because without getting into the specifics, you have to push one of their models back towards your line
to create the chain.
To create this chain push of pushing a guy into another guy into another guy. And then you get his guy in the middle of your mosh pit, and then you are able to push him into your ball carrier to then get towards his end zone 2 squares. So the hard part is getting the defense onto my half of the pitch. I can't blitz him from the back. With Grab, I just hit him and move him straight back to my side. So it's incredibly easy.
Can they just not normally take Grab on the team?
People can. It is a
bad skill to be buying.
Skill that most people don't take. However, if I was playing Skaven, it's actually not bad. Given the fact that you have move 9 and 1 turning with the gutter runner is very easy. Is a good strategy to begin with. Having a Rat Ogre with Juggernaut. So if you were to give up something on a Skaven Blitzer to give him Grab instead to make the 1 turn even easier, okay. Nothing is more frustrating in Blood Bowl than playing an incredibly great game, driving down, taking all 8 turns, scoring, kicking to your opponent, and having them just 1 turn you.
Yeah.
It sucks. And so you as the Skaven coach, knowing that's your win con, you're just going to score quickly every turn. You're in a 2-turn score and then try to strip the ball. They're constantly keeping your opponent on defense. And then just being able to insta-score anytime you get the ball. The worst-case scenario for that strategy, assuming dice don't completely fuck you, is a tie.
Assuming you can get the 1 turn off.
Right? Yeah. Again,
what do you think
the
odds?
Screw you.
What do you think the odds of the 1 turn on Skaven is, percentage-wise?
I'm going to say 75. I need to actually look at the dice, but...
Assuming you have enough team rerolls to help you out.
Yeah. And obviously, if that's your strategy, you keep 2 rerolls for the 1-turn touchdown attempt.
Yeah, you have to save them for the big one.
Yep. It can obviously fail at any point when you just don't roll the dice you need.
Yeah, so just looking at the Goblin Doom Divers, I don't understand how you don't score with it. It seems impossible to stop.
So you set your entire team up on your back line 9 squares away from where I'm throwing the Goblin. I have to land in 2 tackle zones.
No, you don't. So because the Doom Diver gets the triple deviate, chooses direction, right? And so on that last, you could just turn one way or the other depending on where you need to go. So they'd have to have a solid line of bodies to put you in 2 tackle zones. If there's any gaps.
Well, there's a gap. So if you go every other one, right? One
right, but then
space,
you just landed on
space,
one dude, so he's making a 4+ with a reroll.
If I land on one, so you land in front of a dude?
Yeah, just land directly in front of him, which you can choose because I'll just go 1 square left.
No, so you get to put the throw-in template down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
But
forward.
Then I just the Fanatic. I just turn it left, and I know I'm going 1 hex left.
Sure. What if I go
backwards?
Go
forwards or backwards? Sure, but I'm going 2 squares forward first. So I'm basically throwing 8, he's speed 6. So even if I go backwards, I'm effectively throwing 7, he's still speed 6, and he's stunty dodge,
Yeah, even if it's 1 tackle zone, we're putting all the hopes on a 5-up. It's a base 3, it's a 4 unless the pass is superb, which requires a 6. So unless my troll rolls a 6, I need a 4 base.
No, you want it to deviate.
Right, well, superb deviates.
Yeah.
Superb is just a new thing for if you meet your passing.
The landing
and I think the trolls are a 5-up passing, and if you're going to throw a short pass, it's going to be a +1 for a 6. So you need a 6 to be superb.
Arm. Yeah.
That's a possibility, in which case I'll need a 5 for superb, which would increase my landing roll by 1. So starting out without superb, in a tackle zone, I'm a 5-up to land. That is a far cry from an automatic 1-turn.
Why is it a 5? You're saying with 1 tackle zone?
With 1 tackle zone, yes.
I think it's way less likely to land in a tackle zone than you do, but I might be crazy. Because I can decide how many squares forwards and or backwards I'm going. Like,
I have to go forward at least one square, or I cannot score.
Correct.
So if you set up,
depending on where you put your guys, like I'll just deploy my troll where there's like you have to go like a double rank of guys.
You don't need double. You just go 8 squares back.
Mm-hmm. But then I just don't go all 8 forward. I go forward, back, and I land not in a tackle zone.
I cannot go forward, back.
Why not?
I guess you're right. I could go forward.
No,
forward,
directly
back.
forward, directly back. I don't care laterally where I go. And then if I'm
you would
in a
have
spot
to
where
move
like,
up
all right,
one
you're on my
more.
left, I'll just go to the right, and it's okay if I go backwards a square.
Okay, well then you have to go one forward. To where if I go forward,
yeah, you have to.
I would be one square behind your screen, right?
One square behind. How far away from the line are you putting your guys?
However far, throwing a dude 6 hexes, 6 squares, and then having him move forward 3. Right, I'm taking that line and I'm putting all my guys 1 up.
And you're putting how many guys? Like a full line all the way across?
1 hex in between them, 1 square in between them.
Because the troll can move first for the pass, and so he could theoretically move him 10 squares straight forward.
Correct. You're going to have to put everyone else up on the line at intervals.
Like, you're going to have to make like a cloud of people.
Which you can't do.
To get tackle zones everywhere.
You can't. Correct. You can't do that.
I tried to do it against the Tree Man guy, which didn't have the swoop rule, and I couldn't do it. Like, I was like, there's not enough people. I have to put 3 guys on the line. I only have 8 models. I can't cover the whole field. Like, it literally isn't possible. And with the swoop rule, I feel like it's going to be it's like basically playing Battleship, trying to actually hit somebody. It's like it's going to be very easy to avoid them. Because you're like, okay, well, there's one guy on my left. I'll just swoop to the right, and it doesn't matter. I'm not going to land on you. And even on the worst case scenario you do, a rerollable 5 is about a 50-50. It's like, and that's like a bad situation that you got yourself in.
Yep.
I think it's the swoop it rule is busted. It should be one or the other. I think both is too much.
Oh, because it gives them a free landing reroll too.
It's a reroll on the landing roll also. Yeah. It's so good.
That's new. I think that's new to it.
I believe it is. It seems crazy to me that it does that. And so if you're doing a league or a tournament where you're allowed to buy stats, if you just buy that guy agility 4, you're going to score 8 touchdowns. Like, it's going to be nuts.
Assuming your troll doesn't decide to eat him. Or
he's getting pro.
He's
getting pro and strong arm.
Okay.
Or you buy, if you have the money, you just buy Ripper and then you don't care. It's actually bad. You don't want to bullseye because you want the deviations. It's better for you to deviate, which seems insane.
Yeah.
I think instead it should probably just be reroll the D8 on each scatter. As opposed
Again, it's been this way for 5 years and no one's broken it. So,
well, you didn't get the reroll on the landing roll before.
That's whatever. Not huge.
Well, when you're doing it 3 or 4 times a game, I think it does matter. That's potentially a lot of rerolls you're getting back. And also, so what I was doing in my tournament team is I was buying one troll with bullseye and one troll with just strong arm.
Oh, it's changed. So hold on. Let me read the actual rule.
Well, I read it on BB roster.
Yeah, it's not accurate.
Okay.
So put the throw-in template over them, facing any direction you want. Roll a d6 to determine the direction this player will travel. And then a second d6 to determine how many squares that player will travel.
What's scoring? Can you guys explain that to me?
Scoring? What do you mean?
I just normally beat up my opponent and draw.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, yeah, the goal of the game is to score points. You could beat them into literal oblivion and you don't win the game. You do actually need to score points. Now, it's a lot easier when all of your opponent's models are dead. All right, so is it just like a kickoff then?
No, because a kickoff is D6, D8. Yes, this is D6, D3. D6 squares in...
Oh my god, is that...
forward direction. You think
so
it's
it doesn't
insane?
Move like a fanatic.
No.
It just does a kick in.
Yes,
from wherever
basically.
You would start the deviation from.
Yes. Except you get to choose a throw-in template instead of a deviation template.
Yeah.
That is much easier to defend.
How do you defend against that?
Well, if I'm gonna well, if I have to plan on either moving 6 squares left or right, I damn well better be throwing it to the middle.
Yeah, probably.
So
it definitely sounds more chaotic, which is more goblins, and so that sounds less bad.
And if you know I have to throw it directly up the middle, you can defend in a V formation.
But you also have to defend straight forward. But yeah,
what do you mean?
Because it's left, right,
yeah,
middle.
yeah, correct.
You
You're 3-pronged.
Yeah.
You're gonna a trident. You're gonna defend in a trident,
Mhm.
and you can put
This
people
is-
every other square.
Well, but you don't have to throw the full distance. You could just throw it 2 squares backwards, which
Yep.
then would be deviating just outside of your V, and then you're still speed 6 when you land.
But now that I'm only moving potentially 1 or 2 hex or squares,
Right.
if I
only moving
choose to
1.
throw short, I may not get the distance I need.
That's true, but on a D6, it's statistically likely you would get.
Sure. Now I'm really
Depending,
intrigued by
obviously,
this
on-
skill.
But that's again, you put your whole team into V formation. It's like, well, I could just walk forward with the troll and throw him.
So I want to know if I can re-roll the D6 for the direction.
Right, because it's like your skill and not it's your
Thinking that
ability as opposed to a kick in. Oh my god, this is getting crazy.
Oh.
All right, so
Hell yeah.
yeah, I want to play this team. This team sounds hilariously fun to play. As soon as I read the swoop rule, I was like, I immediately printed a goblin team. I'm like, we're gonna do this. I got my fucking hang glider boy. Like I just put them together. Hang glider boy.
Huh, glorious.
My bomber with this forest goblin team, he's just holding up a big wad of spider webs covered in spiders, and he just throws it at somebody. It's like spider
Hell
webs
yeah.
go. Okay, so Aaron is playing goblins. I'm playing Norse. Josh has talked about possibly playing dwarfs, and if not dwarfs, something else that is appropriately punchy.
Correct. I like fighting.
I think you'd have fun with black orcs.
Black orcs are like top of the list. I'm still debating.
I don't know if you read
The
all of the mechanics for the teams. I assume not. They
No.
have it's called brutality and something else, brutality and violence or something. They have that special rule.
Mhm.
So they score less victory points when they score touchdowns and more victory points when they score casualties. So you're incentivized to just beat the shit out of people.
What
Because
are
you
victory
actually
points?
earn more experience by punching them than you do by scoring. I don't believe dwarves have that. Dwarves just get normal experience. Because normally you get 3 victory points or 3 experience points for scoring a touchdown. You get 1 victory point or experience point for completing a non-quick pass, and then you get 2 for scoring a casualty. So that talent for the team just inverts it. So it's 3 points for a casualty, 2 points for a touchdown, which is good because that means your beefy boys that punch people will level up much faster than they normally would.
That does sound fun.
Because the break point usually for leveling up is like 6 experience, and so you get it off of 2 casualties instead of 3 casualties, which is much faster.
They're the ones in the season 2 box, correct?
Correct. Yeah. They also come with Imperial Nobility.
You can re-roll the we're gonna
That's
call
nuts.
it scatter on the swoop. The
The
distance.
swoop. You can reroll
you
the
re-roll the
swoop.
swoop. So you may not re-roll a scatter or a throw-in.
Right,
This is
'cause
neither.
It's a game mechanic. You're not doing a game mechanic. You're doing a skill.
So I'm reading, and I highly recommend that our league adopts this, the NAF recommendations and clarifications for Blood Bowl 2025.
Nope.
It is a
Does
2-page document where
We
they...
will be doing the Brandon's interpretation of all rules.
I'm
Does a
out.
NAF agent break in our
It
house?
will be
kill us in
exactly
our sleep?
verbatim of the NAF, but it won't say NAF anywhere on it.
Okay. What, Josh?
Oh, does a NAF agent break into your house and steal all your shit if you don't follow those?
Yeah.
I just always assume, because I know a little bit about the community of Blood Bowl, and I just always picture a shadow cabal of middle-aged
They're
men
actually pretty flexible. chill
meeting
people
in
for the most part.
meeting in like a Chili's in the back room, talking about what the updates are going to be.
Actually, we meet in Applebee's, but you were
Yeah,
close.
exactly.
That's why all the Applebee's are going away. They're bringing them down to the NAF.
I don't know. It's hard. My heart always calls orcs. It's just always orcs all the time.
Orcs are cool.
But I'm
Also,
enjoying...
like if you just count the green skins, they have a lot of teams because you got black orcs, regular orcs, goblins, and snotlings, and then you could
Yeah.
argue underworld denizens as well. So
No, but you can't
there's
argue ogres.
ogres. Well, ogres aren't greenskins.
Ogres aren't green.
But they've got the Noblars with them.
They do have snotlings,
And you can paint them green.
You can paint them green. But yeah,
I don't know. I will figure it out soon. So we are enjoying painting these dwarfs. I have a free weekend for the first time in a while, and other than some house chores, my goal was just to do kind of a nice chill painting day. So
very cool.
Do I need to worry about picking up a star player?
For dwarves and or orcs, probably not anytime soon.
Okay. Because I looked at the dwarf star players, and it was like Grombadil, and then a guy with a cannon.
Yeah. I really, really dislike star players and the abuse of them that has happened in the recent editions of the game. That being said, some teams are literally designed around using them, so you can't just say no star players. But I would like to see not a bunch of people just spamming star players left and right, but we'll see. The stunty teams definitely do that more than normal teams. As a bashy team like orcs or dwarves, you will find that your team value will inflate as the season goes on, and so you will always be way above your the stunty team's team value, massively so. And so you'll be playing against a lot of star players because your team value will be really high.
Yeah, okay, so I see...
Dwarves are just really expensive.
I see...
For a bunch of strength 3 models.
Barrack Farblast, who I assume is the only thrower I get access to, because he's got a football cannon.
I wouldn't... Please don't read through all the star players on the podcast. That would be a big waste of time. But yeah, I don't know that there's really a good place to go look up. Obviously the BB roster has all their rules there, which is nice. But also, being able to visibly see what the guy's supposed to look like. If you just look up Wilhelm Chaney, what does that tell you? It's he's a fucking werewolf for one. So, I didn't know that when you're just looking at it.
Oh,
so you're you would have no idea what he was if you're just reading the website.
Yeah,
and I think that removes the value of reading a model. You're oh, I didn't realize this guy was a huge fat guy that's supposed to be vomiting on people and stuff. It becomes a lot more obvious when you can see the model.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the star players right now on the GW website.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of them,
and some of them are fucking crazy looking, dude.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Doomdiver, exciting. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Mojo World. We'll have more updates on the IIBBL soon. We'll probably get started in the next few weeks. All right, Mojo World for this week. We have Matthew McConaughey movies. This is going to be interesting, mostly because Josh didn't clear his movies with us. So,
no, I live on the edge, Brandon. Okay. Yep. You guys are going down. You're not ready for these.
All right, Josh, since you weren't here last week, you get to go first.
Rain of Fire.
Yep, that's a solid pick. Definitely not number one material, but that's okay. All right, Aaron, this is your chance to steal the number one off the board.
Okay, we're going to go back to one I watched when I was in my early 40s, when it first came out, A Time to Kill.
Never heard of that. Is it good? Not good? All right.
Well, clearly it's good, or I'm not going to... It's a fine movie. It's Grisham. Adaptation from the early 90s, I'm guessing? Maybe late 80s. It's deals with race tensions, but ultimately it's just a drama, with a courtroom setting.
Okay, I'm going to go with Tropic Thunder.
Bastard.
I don't know why you didn't pick that first. That's on you. And then we're going to do Wolf of Wall Street.
That will leave...
And
go ahead.
That takes us back to Aaron.
Leave for me, U571.
I've seen this movie. I could not, for the life of me, tell you that he was in it. So good call. But I saw it on the IMDb when we were scouting this.
I would call it the lead of the show or the movie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who takes charge of the German sub.
All right, Mr. Josh, you got your final 2 picks here. This is your chance to redeem yourself, Josh.
Oh fuck! Oh no! Then my picks are not gonna do that.
I know.
We are gonna do Dazed and Confused.
Solid.
And because that feels like a very solid pick, and I have to go with Dallas Buyers Club over the other obvious pick. But when someone picks it, I will explain. So.
No, I think that's fair. I think I am very glad that you picked those 2 movies because I don't think we were picking those 2 movies. I think they should both be picked.
Fantastic.
So,
Dallas Buyers Club
here,
is legitimately a super good movie. I never want to watch it ever again because it's too sad, but like it is a great movie.
We'll talk about it more once we're done picking. Aaron, you're up. Final pick.
We're going to go with the movie that got me in so much trouble with my wife. When she came back and I was just curled up on the couch with a blanket watching a movie, she was incredulous. This movie is The Wedding Planner. Because I know, dudes aren't supposed to just watch rom-coms while their spouses are away, but I enjoy a good rom-com. And that is literally the epitome of a complete time-wasted 2-hour rom-com.
I think the rom-coms get a really bad rap because of how many bad ones there are. But good rom-coms are just good movies. Like, I think I agree with that pretty hard. Yeah, good picks. Finally, I'm going to take Interstellar. There are somehow 3 really good movies left that we haven't picked yet, and I'm upset. But Aaron was correct. We had a deeper cut than we thought we did, so good job, Aaron.
Interstellar was my trigger one that I didn't pick because I should have, but I actually disdain that movie. So
you don't like it? Interesting. What do you dislike about it? Is it like the God stuff, or like the destiny, or whatever you want to call it?
I dislike time travel loops. I consider them lazy writing. And
you hate 12 Monkeys?
I don't remember the last time I watched 12 Monkeys. It has been decades.
Right.
But yeah, when the initial causation was the thing that caused the thing that was this whole journey we're watching, I don't like that. So,
do you hate like the paradoxical nature of it, or do you hate?
Yes.
So what if I told you, think of it this way, is that it's not that it's an infinitely reoccurring loop. It's that there was a chain of events that created a loop. And so let's say you go back in time and paint a house red. Now you, living in a world with the house being red, make a different choice in life, and now the house gets painted blue. And so now, in an infinite loop, the house is blue, but the original event that caused the house to be blue was independent of the house being blue.
It's not going to change my mind. I dislike.
I like them for that reason, because when I see the time travel loops, I try to think of the reason that, because paradoxically, you cannot just instantly create a loop. Something else must have happened to create the loop, or else it's a paradox. And so I like to imagine the events that led up to this loop, and that I find that interesting. Unless it's just a shitty loop and it makes no sense, and then that's obviously fun.
But like, almost across the board, time travel is my least favorite plot device.
Time heist.
Anywhere.
Time heist.
Time heist, sure.
I can respect that as an opinion. That's fine. All right, Aaron, did you have some honorable mentions? Matthew McConaughey has like 9 rom-coms, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah. Let's go with no to save my pride.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna go with firstly the movie that I'm sad didn't make the list, The Gentleman. I really like The Gentleman. It's a fun movie. And then lastly, I'll leave it with Deadpool and Wolverine. Shout out to voice of Matthew McConaughey, Cowboy Deadpool.
Oh, that's a good choice. I have a curious one. Has anyone ever watched Free State of Jones?
No.
Okay. Because I've always seen it, and it's on that long list of things. I'm like, someday when I'm not doing anything and I pop by it, like I'll watch it. But I've never heard anyone go like, "You gotta watch this movie, man! Like this is great." It's everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it exists." Neat.
Cool. So back to Dallas Buyers Club. When I suggested Matthew McConaughey, I felt bad because I knew I hadn't seen Dallas Buyers Club or Mud or Lincoln Lawyer. And I know that's like 3 of his big ones. And so I was like, man, I'm going to pick this actor and not having seen those. And then me and Aaron are just going to pick the same 3 movies and it's going to be shitty. So I'm glad we got a better sample than that.
Dallas Buyers Club, worth watching it.
Yeah, it's on my list.
I will never go back and watch it because it is too much. It is too much emotion and sadness about the world. So,
the movie that's been recommended to me the most for Matthew McConaughey by far is the movie Tiptoes. Kenny wants me to watch this movie so bad. It's Gary Oldman and Matthew McConaughey, and I'll just let you look up the trailer. It looks like a skit movie. It doesn't look real. It's so insane. All right. If you guys don't have anything else, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully you had a good time. This has been Brandon.
And Aaron.
And Josh.
And you've just listened to Swoop. 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 You gotta swoop.
Soup.
So what are we going to call this thing?
I got it. Okay. Incredible, new, fantastic, astonishing, mighty, original, uncanny, sensational podcast.
I'm just going to put down infamous.